How you doing, man? How y'all doing today?
Hello, you guys.
Currently 800 Quan, 800 Spirit, and through the Spirit of God, I'm gonna be doing this reading, invoking the high spirit only.
Okay, so the reading is going to be on Cory Bigsby. We're going to ask what happened on the night Cody went missing. So again, this reading is about Cory Bigsby, not Cody Bigsby. We're going to do the reading on the father instead of the son and see what we can get out of that instead of everybody keep pulling the child's energy. Let's see what's going on from the dad's perspective. Ashe?
Let's see. Everybody, okay, so. So we got like.
The first question is, what happened on the night Cody Bigsby went missing? From his father perspective, what was Cory Bigsby doing?
Six of Knives. We have the Six of Knives indicating a sailboat, a young man getting away, sailing away. So using nature, right, as a source. So I need everybody to listen to my words. Using nature as a source, right, to get away from an issue or a problem that has been brought to your atmosphere. So within this picture is indicating Six of Knives, so trying to escape and needing to escape from something, some type of bondage, whether unwanted, I best can explain it like that, some type of energy, unwanted and like, unbothered type person, somebody who could possibly turn their back on the obvious and, we ask the God lead us down the straight path and down the righteous path, but, it is this, in this way, it is going away or turning away and turning his back on the people that, from our perspective, turning it back or escaping and leaving anybody else who didn't come with him. So if you didn't move along or wasn't seen with him, you kind of was left behind. Ain't no kinda, you was obviously left behind if you were not on this boat or on this journey with Mr. Bigsby. So I would like to point out the escaping, and I would like to point out the clouds. So trying to escape or move up out of a cloudy scenario. I ask that the spirit also connect me to other sources and other things that this man was dealing with at this time. So I do see the boat, I do see the paddling, so I do see waves. So it do like a bumpy ride. It does look like a very bumpy ride. I do see waves, I see the sea, and I also see it's a type of vision that Mr. Bigsby had. Tunnel vision, only seeing the brighter side of things and turning towards, freedom, or wanting to get up out of a scenario where bondage or wrong treatment was being done. So, 6 and 9 speak about that. Now, we also have John the Conqueror, who's betrayed here as the High John. John over John, anyone know the saying? John, High John. High John speaks about court cases, speak about, getting over on anybody that's treating you wrong or being able to get about a situation like that. So I would like to bring about this. And also, High John helps you deal with the demons that you're facing. Being that he's turning his back, it don't look like he's really trying to, he's like, hey, I had enough with this shit. And, whatever's meant for me to come after this, I'm just going to try to face that. I don't really want to deal with what I'm in. It's like where I'm going, where I'm heading. I'll just go ahead and deal with whatever show up after what, I get to wherever I got to go. But it does portray a fact of leaving, and it brings about an aspect of just continuing to go about your duty or actions. So he had a one way of thinking. Someone who was very assertive, knew what they were doing. So someone who took acknowledgement on things that they knew about. So it was somebody, I got sense, I know what I'm doing. So this person know what they're doing, they know how to survive in the wilderness, and they are willing to learn. But it does look like somebody has some type of combative skills or things of that nature, being able to protect themselves out there from pirates and things of that nature, potential military or potential boat gangs. I would say river gangs that travel along the rivers, to harm people or things of that nature, but they do it for money and because they're in a bad scenario. But anyway, this could be portrayed somebody in that type of scenario, in a bad scenario, probably looking for something or someone to portray, hey, I'm innocent, I'm, trust in me, believe in me, and then this person takes over the fucking boat, or this first person kind of like, scoping shit out and like taking everybody out one by one. So it's just like a thing of leaving, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about High John felt as though he had some type of rank he was trying to attain, as far as reattain, excuse me. So to repurpose his duty as a prince, okay, a prince in Africa, the continent of Africa, which he derived from. Now, he was also potentially holding back evidence, is what they would say, leaving back particular things or leaving traces of things, because in this particular thing, High John the Conqueror have left his powers that the things that he done, he left behind. He left behind in a plant, and he left behind his miracles and the things that he done. So he left his knowledge about the situation behind in a plant or within the ground, or you could say it was given. Something was given to invoke the spirit of High John. He left some type of evidence or some type of proof, what you would say, of his presence. So he was shown at the scene of this area in the United States, being that the High John Conqueror was somewhere within the United States. Just hypothetically speaking, if this High John is brought over here, is grown over here, saying it's grown over here, if it is, within the North or South Americas, if it is grown over here, it's being that he left something back that was visible and like proof of his actions and things that he's done. So as like having some sort of resume or like a history, that's what it is, like a history of doing, or a history of past of doing a particular thing. Whether that would be some type of sorcery where people think like, evil, or like, I don't want to say sorcery, but some sort of covering up and fighting a demon or a lower self somebody who had problems and issues and that nature, and may have not taken care of that and decided to run off and go about their daily life without taking care of the actual problem that was making them run away from the first place. Because when he get over here, he got to still deal with that problem. And if you portray as something that's wrong with you, right, as far as mentally, you have to know that there's nothing led to. There's proof in the pudding that you know what you're doing, and you have a fucking history of doing this in particular. That what you left behind, leaving behind the kids and the treatment and doing those type of things. So it talks about neglect here. A lot of things coming up there. The number 6, so I'm not sure if the number of children he had in total was 6, but it looked as though he used one of the children to get in a situation or to help him try to get away. Now, but he used, one of the children to try to get away. The 7 being a paddle, so paddle could be a thing of whipping or using excessive strength. So it could be a thing of him being very militaristic and having a household of, being my kid's ass, as you would say, regardless of what people would say, or a very aggressive way of doing things as far as like how he ran his ship, as you would say. Running ship, but having that ship being, trying to run off with the ship, like, run off ship, or like somebody said, run off course, get sidetracked, or going the wrong way. That's a thing too. Not knowing where you're going, not having an intention, not having a motive. That's very clear to you. So you're not knowing the necessary ending result, but you trying to get a better situation than you're in. It's a lot of things going on right here, and I feel like it's a timeline within this first card being pulled and me being conjuring the higher spirit. So with this, I do believe that, it is something going on within his thoughts, his thought process. So his thought process, like I said, it was a tunnel vision type thing, but it do show that he has it is proof, it is written down, and you can speak about it, that he has a past, or he left behind something that was, not necessarily the best. Maybe, what that would take care with the kids, and his action and his words, his story not making sense, so he trying to run away and, get me out of here, all this shit, like that type of thing. Like, it's also another thing of what's going on, like those type of questions, like what's going on, like, okay. Now, I'm gonna get to the next card. Thanks, Spirit. Let me see, man. So hopefully I was able to point out a lot of good things pertaining to the situation with that. You also have the 6 of baskets. It came out in reverse, but I will be showing it upright and letting it be shown. So within that, you have the 6 of baskets right after the 6 of knives, right? So we're dealing with the number 6. So we're dealing with a community. We're dealing with the number 6. The number 6 dealing with the community, and as far as helping hands. So you have here an older male, or let's say an older individual and a younger individual, and the older individual is trying to give sweets, or what you would say, trying to make up for something that they don't they're not giving or they don't have, which is maybe being sweet, because it came out in reverse. So it was a thing of the scenario playing out because of his nurturing skills. It do speak about the past, do talk about the old things. It does speak about the past. So with that being said, it could be Mr. Bigsby going back to a older version of himself, being like not a older as in the more present time, but older as in 2-3 years ago, and 4 or 5 years ago, and 7-8 years ago, and so on. And it was a few years ago that things were going this direction, which we spoke about here, with all that stuff going on here. You had that going on with that one card. All right. Now here it's kind of like bringing it back up. You know what I'm saying? Also handing out. You know what I'm saying? What people would like to hear. You get what I'm saying? Maybe giving information of what someone would like to hear instead of, the actual. So basically, hold on, I gotta flip this in reverse because it came out like that. And so what it's telling me here is like empty vessels. Somebody awaiting, like empty vessels. Like somebody particularly worried about the wrong thing. Sweet no water. That type of thing. Empty vessels turned over. Like someone trying to hide something from the past. And had that relationship as far as if you can't afford to be an attentive father or give them nurturing care, you have to give them children, right, into a better care. That's more signifying with me, and it kind of go back to what the Six of Knives was saying about his past and things like that, and running away from that in particular. Right now, you have also here people using their environment or the earth. It's like an earthly type thing going on here. So I would like to reinstate what I said about nature being a part of, what's going on here. So there's an Odu Ifa that says transporting a bucket of water, a straw bucket of water, a bucket of water in a straw basket is not very profitable. So what it is very much saying to you is that if, right, because you have the wheats and you have wheats and like the little wheats field, the fields like these strings of grass, you can do weaving with those and you can make baskets. But at this very moment, you have something more vessels. So it do look like empty. Somebody like need to be filled up, man. Or it does, like I said, trying to cover up something because it flipped upside down. Like trying to get rid of evidence. It's like some evidence that we was here, evidence that this happened. Like talk about the past. He feel like it's a thing of it's old. Like he's nonchalant about it. Like y'all ain't proved nothing. Like he's very big on that, and I'm hearing that. So he doesn't have like necessarily the best attitude when it comes down to why he was even doing what he was doing, trying to get away with what he's trying to get away with. So, do we need to progress in the reading and try to get some? So, we got the Father of Sticks in reverse. So it most definitely looked like a thing of, you know, the father or the leader of the community who is supposed to help is not doing his job in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It talk about being a coward and uncourageous right here. So not having enough bravery to go about or standing within the fire, not being able to stand within the heat of your own situation or the heat of what you started. You can't finish your story because how you started your story and now you want to fix it and clear it up. That ain't how that work. You done got to talking already and started something and called the police and try to give information but not the whole information. And now you are within the fire and you are standing in your own mess. So if you get burnt, it's by your own action. That's what this is saying. That this is coming back to pass. You having to deal with this stuff because of the treatment that you had with the children, the relationship that you had with the children, the thing that you shared. Maybe you have expressed anger and you giving some of that anger or frustration to younger children or children that needed some type of abilities. Well, let me see, not necessarily abilities, but children that needed some type of attention, a special type of attention, okay? So someone needing to be more patient and willing to work with whatever they have, use whatever they have and work with the situation. But in this sense, it doesn't look like that. You know, it looked like, you know, flip this shit over. Like, instead of giving, it's not giving. So it's not giving that, it's not giving why you trying to run away from your own crap. With the fire, you started. And like the fire gotta symbolize, what you would say. The fire would symbolize the drive and the intention that he had when he did what he did. So it did go back to what somebody knowing what they was doing, because they was not necessarily drunk or what you would say. Well, maybe. Because this person did head washings, brandy, you know, with the rum taken to the head, or washing with the head with the rum and the fruits. So this is a thing of being able, right, to talk about your harvest and talk about the harvest, because if you also look at it, it does look like a set of leaves. Leaves talk about fall and the change and coming into September. So that's a beautiful thing there. That been brought to my attention. And the fact that he has a coat on, he has a coat on there, like he's trying to cover something up. Also trying to stand on his word, but his word is biting him in the ass. His situation, his story, his actions is biting him in the ass. So your words biting you in your ass, your actions biting you in your ass, and if it's a thing of it's getting cold out here, and you got this fire that you done set, and you thought we wasn't gonna catch you. You thought you were gonna be smooth with it. You thought you could just, you know, make exchange of information and backtrack on what you said and switch stuff up and get different lawyers and stuff. See, is not working. What is it? Do you need to read that? When you read that.
Do he know where his son is?
Yeah, the Ace of Coins in reverse. So within this picture, right? You asked that question, but let me explain something within the picture. So within the picture is supposed to be a fortune with divination of the leaves, of the tea leaves, being performed, and also snacks or offering and things of that nature. So it's like certain. All right. So if it's like me telling my future, I'm pledging that I did something, or like I'm trying to agree or I disagree. It's like I disagree about what I said and all this stuff. So I disagree. Like it's like a thing of I disagree about what I said, and it doesn't look like you know, it doesn't seem to be a good fortune. It's in reverse. So with that being said, could you ask the question again?
Mm-hmm. Do he know where his son is?
You have the world card. So what the world card is doing is asking you how can you provide assistance to the earth and things of that nature, and where can you you know, what can you provide to the world? Like you said, okay, that's really like the basic of that. The world card also brings about Saturn, the planet Saturn. Saturn got to do with the 10th house, and also has to deal with Capricorn. We're talking about a zodiac sign. We have right here like a thing of it's mixed. It's like somebody trying to go about daily life, act like something is all right, or act like it doesn't really bother them. You know what I'm saying? Like nonchalant, like I spoke about earlier. Because reason I say that is because it is like you getting a bad reading. You know what I'm saying? Things are not coming out right. You know, and it's more like somebody taking back, you know, what they said about anything good that was supposed to happen for you, right? And giving you kind of like letting you, you know, letting the future tell itself like it's not a good future. This is like it's not gonna be a good ending to this. So I'm gonna take back, or I'm gonna refrain from giving you a good message because it's not a good message, and it was supposed to be things coming, you know, but no, it ain't like that now. You gotta deal with what you know what the reading is telling you. The garden, like I said, you have a particular person trying to do something that no one said they could do, and that's a woman working, a woman being able to still be feminine, and also it does look like a thing of covering up a particular part of your body. But if you look at it, it's not really covering nothing up. It's a part of the dress. So it's like somebody half trying to blend in, half being seen. Like so, like something being exposed, right, and then something being hidden. So it's like I'm gonna tell you this, or I'm gonna give you this information about what's going on here, but I'm not gonna tell you this because of how it's looking. This is looking like something else. Like it make it like you're trying to hide something. And also it look like her hands is kind of like in her dress as if she got like seeds or something. And she's planting seeds and watching them grow. And she already got seeds that she watched grow before. So it like somebody did something before and they enjoy doing it. It like somebody got time today Like they got time to watch it grow or develop. So what's the question again?
Do he know where his son is?
Do he know where his son is? It do look like a thing of trying to provide for somebody that's not able to provide for themselves. And with that being said, this female trying to provide for the pig, but the whole time trying to provide for the pig, her back is turned or away from what she's supposed to be feeding, and it is wandering off. So, with that being said, bad news, wandering off. So it really was a thing of maybe he not knowing where the child at, or that was the story of him not knowing where the child at, but still hiding certain things because of the way it's looking. So it's a nice truth being revealed and hidden enemies, things of that nature. So we talk about cutting into the atmosphere, cutting into the abyss, cutting into the abyss, cutting into nothingness, speaking, also conjuring, invoking, and trying to reveal the truth. So trying to clear the path. That's one of the first things that was done here on earth. Yeah. Muju Baba Ogun. Widolokun. Okay, that's it. Right there, you have the knife, you have the chicken's foot. The chicken foot is also revealing your enemies and revealing your duties, reminding you of what you're supposed to do every day. Wake up, you know what I'm saying? Be alert. Check for your surroundings. A chicken check for their surroundings a lot. They even make scratches in the dirt. So with that being said, that's maybe like a form of cleaning or raking, you know what I'm saying? So that go back with garden work. So it do look like somebody with some type of yard work or yard experience. Make me think about if he had anything to do with putting him inside of a field, because I do see a lot of openness, and the openness, every time you see it, you see one or you see two people. You see one person doing something, two people, one person, two people, one person, two people, one person. You see what I'm saying? So he is most definitely involved in the whereabouts and him knowing where his son is at. So where the question is again?
Do you know where his son is?
I just answered it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, there we go.
Yes, he knew.
Yes.
Okay. Did Cory do something bad to Cody?
Yeah, the 5 of coins in reverse. So that speak about two people, right? Coming to one person knowing what's going on with the two people more than other, right? And the two people seeming to be a woman, right? A woman coming in from the aspect of knowing what happened, or being a part, being one of the reasons why this little boy is even having to go and deal with this man, right? So it do look like it is predominantly the mother's fault for the father in that incident, because of the mother not, you know what I'm saying, taking things serious as a mother and taking care of getting the kids or whatever the case may be, because this man not knowing where the fuck his child is at, and that being, okay, this is what happened, but I'm in the military and I gotta know timing, and I gotta be, timely and just. We speak about justice. So right there, you got two people down and out trying to get in a better situation, but instead of things improving, it don't seem to be getting better, or it don't seem to be working. So what was the question again?
Did he do something bad to Cody?
Did he do something bad to Cody? In his eyes, he don't think he did nothing bad, because he's very defensive. He has a gun, and he has reasons why certain things. So he got his own little reasons why. He got the holy Bible, he got his protection. He got kind of like some things going on, as you can see right here. Right? As you can see right there, got own reason why he did what he did as far as defending himself. So what is the question again?
Did he do something bad to Cody? Did Cory do something bad to Cody?
It do like a thing of defending, like, or defense, or particularly using some form of weapon. Possibly firearm, any metal, metallic, dealing with shovels, because you have ancestors of Egun present. You have Eguns within, you know, like within the background of the picture, and you have like skulls. So that speaks about death, or that speaks about the ancestors that died, and trying to defend yourself for what you know, like still using what you know, if that makes sense. So trying to defend himself from his skills, maybe developed in the military with investigation and things of that nature, or not breaking on a certain scenario, you know what I'm saying? Like not giving in, you know, not being the easy case. It's not really too many honest military guys that get in trouble and want to tell the truth, even though they guys take oaths and stuff like that. You know, you never really see it. People are people. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they have associated with them is not necessarily who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they are people. So they have little problems. I don't know. I believe what you're asking is, did he do anything bad? As far as him defending himself, 5 of baskets come up, and that's a thing of things being destroyed in the midst of defending himself. So, or using a form of defense or offense, because you have a gun, you can shoot first or use it. And they also brought about the knife. But you got the 5 of baskets, so things being destroyed, or you know what I'm saying, near a river source. But you know, it being all out in the open about what's going on here, and it's like pretty obvious, kind of like, you know, it's pretty obvious what happened here. It's either a shipwreck or something, like, you know, a hot mess, like basically a hot mess.
So we already know he did something to him. Because my next question was, if so, where did he put his body? He pretty much said something.
And then we have the 7 of Knives. We got this card again. Wow. So we had that in reverse. Right beside the Father of Sticks, and this coincidence, the person that got all this shit, I don't know what's going on here, but y'all know what's going on. If y'all read the first one, y'all looked at the first video.
Which was deleted.
Okay, which was deleted, so.
Those 2 cards right there was a cover.
Put a lot of energy into that, but, you know, 7 of Knives. Talk about removing the feathers out of the suit to keep somebody's, you know what I'm saying, in some type of control. So instead of removing the feather off the suit, it's kind of like a thing of removing the feather, but then removing the whole pot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody somebody caught you trying to make something, you know what I'm saying? Make something out of nothing, and like try to, like, you know what I'm saying, be manipulative in a way, or hide something. Somebody try to caught you try to hide something, so you like, fuck that shit. I gotta get rid of this whole pot. Like, I gotta get rid of all this, like all of this, you know, I gotta get rid of this shit. Kind of like, you know, so 8 of Coins, it does talk about like a moment that might have happened immediately, and then it was just like a thing of boom, 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 boom. It was unplanned. Eight of Coins. Mother of Knives. So you have in reverse, Mother of Knives. So it does speak about some sort of organization or some type of like building, as far as like dealing with like Masonic, any type of Masonic temples, possibly any Masonic temples could be near any Masonic temples. Maybe because of people not really gonna go there and actually do something near churches, any type of thing with like hospitals, any type of like government facility or like secret where you need paperwork or document. Maybe you need to sign into that building or something like that. Anything that may need to be looked at or pointed out there is within like anything dealing with books, so school, learning, libraries. Yes, so I hope, you know, 10 of Sticks in reverse. So we have like, you know, aging woman, aging person going up a hill or up a mountain, but in this case is in reverse, so maybe going down a mountain. Maybe not so high of a location, down a mountain, maybe possibly in the woods. There are three generations of Gullah Geechee women, and they sitting around, you know, weaving baskets. So, like I said, any type of like straw-like area, or I mean not like straw-like area, but wooded area, maybe near like some type of shit that leads to something. It's like a slope, or it like leads to something. Like, so basically I'm feeling like this 5 of basket energy right here, like something possibly like this in this area, like with water. That's what I'm getting because of the stuff. 3 of 9. So you have like an open field there, and you have near a tree. You also have the graveyard or somewhere near where a body is buried. So, like I said, it could be most definitely be buried. And John the Horse talk about like war, like, so any type of war field, maybe like any type of like government, military shit. Like, you know, not like near it, but it's giving that energy of John the Horse, the Emperor, who's supposed to be like militant, not doing a very militant job, you know, and kind of like having that tower moment where things are going down or south. What it was, most people saying, an uproar. So it does look like outside of a house. Mother basket in reverse. So like nighttime scenario, Father of Knives, in the open field again. Then you have the free man in reverse. But you know, that type of thing going on. You got a cemetery. So
that would be the last question, because my next question will be, does the family have Cody? It'll be no, because I know the father did something to him. And is Cody still alive? No. So we already had the answer to them. So this will be the last final question that we have for Cory Bigsby, the father.
So you do have 5 of air near a water source, again with the land and with the straw, kind of showing you what's going on there. And as you can see, like, you have that going on. So I'm gonna bring this up close and personal. cemetery, dealing with the body, also dealing with burying. Ace of Earth, so the birth, you know what I'm saying? Earth sign in reverse, so we're talking about burying or bringing up something, right? Now, and we also have a message from the earth at the bottom. So, I believe that's what's going on there. So I appreciate the spirit for giving me as much information as possible.
Yes, thank you. Gratitude, spirits.